Hello and welcome. Very, very simple two questions to start 5 at 5 today. Has Stimac failed India or has the AIFF failed Stimac? That's question number one following his 1.5 hour long press conference. And let me also tell you that what disappointed me was that nobody asked him that question about the contract. Who signed that contract? How can someone have a contract which has no termination clause? So we went ahead and did an exclusive with the coach soon after. We will play that tomorrow at 12 noon. All the hard questions asked. Who signed the contract? How can there be a contract without a termination clause? So you will get that tomorrow also. But we are also asking a very straight question from cricket. Our colleagues from Antigua will also join us. Devashish Sen and Ishan Shahane, there you go. Devashish has already joined us. Ishan has also joined us, both of them. We are asking the question, will Shivam Dube be replaced? That is the question we are asking. So let's start with cricket and then we will go to football because Devashish and Ishan are both pretty tired. They flew in last night, so need some rest. Let us take the cricket questions first and then I will come to football. Straight question to you, Devashish said. Has Shivam Dube outlived his usefulness and has he not performed enough that now India should look beyond Shivam Dube and go to Sanju Samson?
Fair enough. Means obviously India should look to Shivam Dube. Obviously now that he has not performed as well as we have expected him, but then and obviously if you are not bowling Shivam Dube, then what's the point of keeping him as a batter? Sanju Samson might just be the man to replace Shivam Dube because he is a better batter and a better fielder any given day. So if you are, yes, I could sense that you are playing Shivam Dube as an all-rounder, then he should have bowled, but that was not the case. He bowled only one over against USA where he gave 11 runs. So there's definitely a case for Sanju Samson to come in, and you don't want someone like Sanju Samson to be drafted in the playing 11 for the game like Australia. So you should be fair on him as well. Perhaps give him a game time, and Bangladesh match will be a perfect opportunity to give Sanju that chance.
Okay, so there are some questions that have already come. Top 10 Prime TV, will you post the complete uninterrupted video of the press conference? Yes. We will post it on Rev Sports Premium very shortly and I will tweet the link. So you will get the uninterrupted press conference 1.5 hours close to that. Plus, Top 10 Prime TV, as I said already, no one asked him the question that who made that contract that did not have a termination clause. And that is something that I thought everybody will ask. That's the first question to ask, that how could there be a contract without a termination clause? So I asked him that question in a one-on-one interview, which we did soon after. There was no electricity in his house, so the connection wasn't good. My team is editing it at the back end. We will put it out tomorrow where all the hard questions have been asked. So you will see that, but we will also post the link. Ishan, same question to you. Two questions people are asking, Ishan. One, do you see a Jaiswal coming in by any chance? Because Virat and Rohit have not scored at the top of the order with Virat going to 3, but that means Rishabh Pant also gets changed in his batting order. And do you also see Shivam Dube getting dropped and being replaced by Sanju Samson? Take that, Ishan.
Yes. So to answer the Shivam Dube question first, yeah, I completely agree with Devashish Daya that I think it's time that Shivam Dube is dropped and they bring in Sanju Samson. Shivam Dube has been provided with plenty of opportunities. He's not had the same kind of performances that he's reflected in the IPL. He was brought into this World Cup squad because of the performances that he's done in the IPL. Unfortunately, he's not been able to do the same in the World Cup. Maybe it's the conditions that are different, maybe it's just his form, or maybe it's the pressure. You don't know, but he's not lived up to expectation at all. He was brought in the side to play the big hitter role. If you're not doing a role, then you don't deserve to be in your side. Each player has its own role. Each player has his own role that he has to carry out. If Shivam Dube cannot carry out his role, then obviously he does not fit in this scheme of things. Sanju Samson, on the other hand, has had a good IPL. He's not performed, obviously, in the last two games of that IPL season, but he's led well for his side. He's had a reasonably good IPL. He's got a cricketing brain. So I think on the field, Sanju Samson will be a better asset. He's a better fielder as well. And who knows? I think everyone keeps talking about give Sanju Samson the opportunity, let him play. He's worth India caliber. He should be a permanent fixture on the squad. Maybe this is the opportunity. But all I can say is that if he gets this opportunity now, there is not like you can't let this go. This is a World Cup opportunity. You're playing for your national side in the T20 World Cup. You've been given this opportunity. You cannot let it go. If he lets this go now, then it might be over for him as well. I mean, possibly over for him as well. And to answer your second question, Boryada, Yashasvi Jaiswal, I don't see him coming. I think you got to stick with Virat Kohli. You got to stick with Rohit Sharma. You got to back these two players. Both of them have been top players for a long, long time. And of course, they haven't had the best start of the World Cup, but you got to back them. These are big match players, and maybe against Australia, both of them will come good.
Okay. Devashish, there's a question from Onit Shadhu which says, Mama, what is the mood in the Bangladesh camp and Bangladesh journalists? And they see this match as a revenge match. Devashish, you said some very hot things yesterday. I mean, very explosive things about Bangladesh journalists. The whole media is coming after us because you said all that India will easily beat Bangladesh. Devashish, you please.
And I stick to my opinion. Bangladesh will steamroll India will steamroll the Bangladeshis. Obviously, no chance. Yes, 2007 World Cup, we still have the. Yes, 2007, we still have the memories of Bangladesh knocking us out, but those were gone are those days. Means obviously, Bangladesh, we saw what happened in the game against Australia last night. So, definitely, India should feel confident, given the way they have been performing. Yes, I would look to see the reactions of the Bangladeshis journalists after the match tomorrow. Hopefully,
but are you going to build up Devashish with some Bangladeshi journalists? Do a kind of a
100%. I will do it. For our English and Bengali platforms. Definitely, I will do it. I'll Borson Kobir is here as well. So yes, post a photo with some Richard Superas maybe.
Yes, you wrote below that you have met the real king under that photograph. I saw that comment also. Ishan, yes. You must protect Devashish because these Bangladeshi journalists will all come after him. He's saying India will, beat Bangladesh easily and all this. Explosive comments. You must take care of him. There's another question. Let's take this. Mama, ki korcho ekটু 19-20 hole tomar room e raid hoye jabe. Amartya Chakraborty says that. Where can I watch?
আমরা যে জায়গায় আছি বাংলাদেশি জার্নালিস্ট আমাদের খুঁজে পাবেন অ্যান্টিগাতে একটা জঙ্গলে আছি সুতরাং অমর্ত্য বাবু আপনি নিশ্চিন্তে থাকতে পারেন বাংলাদেশি জার্নালিস্ট আমাদের আঁচড় কাটতে পারবে না তো ভুলে যান খুঁজে তো পাবেই না
he is saying that wherever you are staying in Antigua no Bangladeshi journalist will be able to trace you all so he is basically taking pride in all that. He's becoming very aggressive. You must protect him. I'm telling you.
I will. I'll protect him.
Where can I watch full stream of reward Stimac? You can watch it at which platform? Rohan, Rev Sports. Rev Sports Premium. They are putting out the link. Please subscribe to @Rev Sports Global. First, subscribe to this platform because all news, whether it is football, whether it is World Cup, whether it is archery, whether it is shooting, Shreyashi Singh being sort of getting that quota that Manu Bakar had got, every news is on this platform. So people who are watching, kindly subscribe to the Rev Sports YouTube channel and the Rev Sports @Rev Sports Global Twitter handle. And you will find all of the details where it will be put out. Ishan, take this question. Rohit Sharma's form is a concern for Team India. Arun Jha.
Rohit Sharma's form definitely is a concern for Team India, but like I mentioned, I'll go back to my previous answer. We got to back someone like Rohit Sharma. He is a big match player, and you can't possibly think about pushing him down the order and getting Jaiswal in or any of those combinations. He's been opening for a while now. You got to back him. You're in that middle stage. You're nearing the end of the World Cup actually, and you don't want to make any changes now. You've started off with Rohit Sharma. Try to finish off with Rohit Sharma on top of the order. Back him as much as possible, and he will come good for you. It's about backing your players, and I think Rohit Sharma is a big match player. Come the game against Bangladesh, come the game against Australia. If they reach the semi-finals, I'm sure that he is going to deliver because he's done that time and again for his Indian side. So. It definitely is a concern. He's not looked as convincing in the game against Ireland when Devashish and me were there. He got his 50, but again didn't look as convincing. The games after that as well, he didn't look as convincing. But you just got to hope that he will pay off and he will come good.
There are plenty of questions coming. I'm not being able to keep pace. Muthu VMR Boryada, will you be covering live updates from Paris Olympics Indian contingent? 100%. Without any question. In fact, why Paris Olympics? This Sunday, is Olympic Day. So you will have a fascinating show which will give you all the details of the opening ceremony and what to expect from Paris. So we will have two people on the show, both very special people. One, Abhinav Bindra. I don't need to say who Abhinav Bindra is. On Olympic Day from Paris, Abhinav Bindra from Paris will join us for the special streaming. And we will have Christian Clow, Corporate Affairs and Public Affairs Director of the International Olympic Committee, extremely close to President Thomas Bach. So Christian and Abhinav will join us for a very special show on Olympic Day on Red Sports platforms as we build up to Paris. We will also have a special show with Saurav Ghoshal where he talks about 2028 squash, where he talks about what young athletes need to do in a multinational games, to how do they deal with pressure, etc. So yes, absolutely, plenty of shows coming up, and all of us will be in Paris. All of us. Dhruv Mitra. Are bhai eshe gechiস তুই? Fantastic. Hello, Chacha, Moriada and Ishan.
Hello.
Dhruv is our permanent fixture. We love Dhruv. Dhruv comes on every show. Dhruv, and then there is that Khamar theke Morino bolchi. Murgir Khamar theke Morino bolchi. These are permanent this thing viewers of Wave Sports. Will Moni Mokel and Jonty Rhodes join the India setup? Arun Jha. Devashish, you want to address that? Okay, you address this. Have you been able to speak to fans, Devashish? What are they saying about Gautam Gambhir? Are the fans positive about Gautam Gambhir taking over as head coach, or former players or anyone you have spoken to, you and Ishan?
You're on mute, Dada.
You're on mute.
Yes, the people, the fans here, the Indian fans are quite excited to have Gautam Gambhir replacing Rahul Dravid, and we all know Gautam Gambhir's credentials as a player and as well as the mentor of KKR. He has won IPL titles, he has won 2 World Cup titles, so everything to look forward. And most of these players know Gautam Gambhir well. Then someone like a Virat Kohli, yes, keeping aside his indifferences with him in IPL, the two have moved on. And obviously, in the recent IPL, we saw both sharing, both hugging each other. So that's the best part. And Rohit Sharma also have a huge respect for Gautam Gambhir, and he brings in a wealth of experience with him, and he proved with his managerial skills that helping KKR win that IPL title. So yes, the people are quite excited of seeing Gautam Gambhir replacing Rahul Dravid.
There are several questions coming. Flood. Somebody is saying, is there any legal way to get rid of Kalyan Chaube? Boss, come on. He's an elected representative. I mean, just because Igor Stimac is saying something or somebody is saying something, he's an elected president of the All India Football Federation. So, this fight between the AIFF and Stimac, there are two sides to every story, right? Shubroto Dash, is there in a legal way? No, I mean, this is a below the belt question. So that's not the point. I think Dube don't deserve to get place in playing 11, says Dhruv Mitra. That's an opinion. Quick Flicks Hub. আমিও ট্রাই করছি পার্মানেন্ট ভিউয়ারের ট্যাগটা পাওয়ার জন্য। ভাই তুমি পার্মানেন্ট ভিউয়ার, heartfelt thank you to you. Please join all our shows, we love you. Absolutely. Igor Stimac as an independent candidate in the by-elections of Maniktola, Odit Shadhu. Incredible, absolutely incredible. I mean, you should be the next meme maker, there is no question. Big fan, sir, thank you very much. Stalin Lobo, do you think Sumit Nagal can back a medal in Paris and revive tennis in India? Look, he's number 71 at the moment. Let him first make the draw, Stalin Lobo. Stalin, by the way, is again one of our regular viewers, follows us on Twitter. Please follow us on @RevSportsGlobal. So Stalin, let him make the thing first, and then this can happen. Ishan, let me ask you a question from last night. In a video I said today that if you ask me, I thought the performance was 65%. Because the openers didn't fire, Shivam wasn't doing well. Jasprit Bumrah sort of masks a lot of deficiencies. I don't see this Indian team still having peaked or playing at peak potential. Your thoughts before I go to Devashish?
I completely agree with you. I think when you're playing a World Cup, you want everybody firing at some level. Like I mentioned, everyone has a role to play. Everyone has their own duties to follow. And you need your openers to fire up the order, first of all, Moriada. You want to set that platform. You want Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli to fire up early on. You don't want to put that pressure on your middle order batters. So first of all, yes, you're right. The openers have struggled. They shouldn't be struggling, hopefully, in the next few games. Let's continue to back them. But that's been a massive problem. If you see the other teams, most likely the openers present will look to go hard in the first 6 or 8 overs, which is not taking place for the Indian team. Coming down the order, Shivam Dube. We've already spoken about Shivam Dube, and the pressure that he's facing at the moment, not being able to perform, not being able to get those runs, not being able to play those big hits. So of course the openers Shivam Dube have been concerned. Rishabh Pant has looked good. He could not really fire in the last game, which is fine. But Surya Kumar Yadav has, taken the lead in the last game and showed some great form. So that's a positive there. And if we talk about the bowlers, yes, definitely Bumrah has been the spearhead bowler. He's been getting wickets at a low economy rate, which is quite impressive. If you talk about Arshdeep Singh has been getting wickets, but he's been conceding the runs, which might be a bit of a concern here. But at least he's getting 3 wickets. The last game as well, he flipped 3 for 36, which is pretty impressive. But ideally, you'd want him to concede probably lesser runs. So yes, you're right about that part, that it's looking a little mixed at the moment. But I think the positives somehow still outdo the negatives.
Okay, so Murgir Khamar Chigar Morino Bolche, he's saying, damn, I was asking the Maniktola question from last 2 days. Give this boy an Anu Malik award. Bhai, please don't fight. Don't fight, the two of you. Relax. Anu Malik award, you have to sing for us. Okay, Amartya Chakraborty, with due respect, BCCI should have selected Rinku ahead of Dube. Fellow's foot movement is nil, and he can be trapped LBW. Devashish, take that. You are on mute. Devashish, mute.
Yeah, absolutely. You could. I somewhat agree. Means Rinku Singh would have been in the playing 11 at the first side. Means obviously you have been speaking quite often on our platform, and you have been vouching for Rinku Singh being in that playing 11 for 15-member squad. But now that he is not there in the 15-member squad, we cannot harp on Rinku getting a chance. We have to stick with what we have, what the ammunition we have before we take it. It's a business and not the tournament. So means if you are willing to stick with Shivam Dube, give him that confidence. Maybe today there's an optional training session of the Indian team at the Surf Event Richard Stadium, which is going to start at 11 a.m. local time. Maybe we might see a Shivam Dube working on his technique. Maybe Rahul Dravid, or the Vikram Rathod, spending time with him, giving him that confidence. Cricket is a funny game. Means one good knock, one confident knock can give you that confidence. And Shivam Dube has proved in the past in IPL, but then obviously time is running out for him definitely. So and that's the reason we have been we have been talking about getting Sanju Samsung in. Means obviously if Shivam Dube continues to fail the manner in which he has, obviously, and you are not bowling him as well. And the point is, if you are picking Shivam Dube, then why not bowl him? And then and
Okay, there is a question coming. A lot of people asking. You are in Antigua. You will be at the optional practice. You and Ishan will get us all the updates. But people are asking about conditions. Have you had a chance to speak to anyone? Will it be slow? Will it be like the match that we saw this morning, India time, between Australia, Bangladesh? Also the weather, because it was raining. When the match was on, it was a stop-start kind of thing. What are what are the predictions in Antigua, and what are the conditions you are expecting? Devashish,
yeah,
before I go to Ishan.
yeah, obviously it rained last night, and as we woke up in the morning around 6 a.m., it also started pouring. And then immediately after a few minutes, after say 10 minutes, it was very sunny. Actually, we went out to give a weather update for our Hindi platform, and as we went out, the sun came out. So we actually described that it was raining 10 minutes back, and it is very sunny. But mostly the day will be mostly cloudy throughout the day with a spell of thunderstorms. It is the same tomorrow as well, with 40% chances of rain. So means obviously, but then that is not good news. Obviously, we want the match to happen and India to crush Bangladesh. Means 2 out of 2 go to Saint Lucia, where there is a forecast of even, well, there is also a forecast for rain in Saint Lucia as well for the game against Australia. So you don't want the net run rate issue, all those things to happen. You just go to defeat Bangladesh, make it 2-2, and obviously then it will boil down to Australia and India going into the semi-final.
Yeah, I mean, so Dhruv, you've got your answer. Chacha in jungle, he's hunting something in Caribbean for sure. Yeah, if he hunts something, you will get to know. Don't worry. Ishan is there to protect him. So he will be protected in the jungle. Don't worry. Mama Virater interview kobe nebe? Let India win, then Mama will take the interview. Rain alert, we've already heard. আজকের ম্যাচের preview, we will definitely do big match. England versus South Africa could well decide who tops that group. If England wins this one, then definitely it will be England, because we've seen England play brilliantly against the West Indies. So that's something that's already there. Uh, Conditions you've already heard. Gautam Gambhir, look, there's no update whatsoever that Gautam is not going to Zimbabwe. The announcement hasn't happened. The World Cup is on. So for a second, Trilok Khandelwal, calm down. Please, let the World Cup get done. Tomorrow is India Bangladesh Super 8 game, then Australia. Let Rahul Dravid have his final hurrah. Let Gautam Gambhir get appointed first. There's no question of him not going to Zimbabwe. There will be plans. Next week, the team is supposed to get announced. We are hearing a number of new faces will be in the team. Chances are Riyan Parag and Abhishek Sharma, Yash Dayal, these kind of youngsters will make it to the team. So let us wait. Let us wait before we sort of jump to any kind of conclusion. Okay, so that's something. Kopar Kono match দেখা যাবে কিনা, Quick Flix Hub. You know, my people were watching in some Zoom platform. I don't know. No television channel was showing it. Folks, do you have any update where it is being shown? Okay, follow Shopnil Mukherjee and text him on Instagram. He will give you some update. Some update there. These guys were all watching the Messi game. চাচা কোথাও দিন হয়ে গেল তোমার চিকেন মিললো না, whatever that means. ভাই তুই বাংলা কি লিখছো কিচ্ছু বোঝা যাচ্ছে না. Okay, let me ask Ishan, Barbados or Antigua? First signs, which is a better island? I have not been much to Antigua. I've been to Barbados many times. Just take a look at the island also, because don't just go to the cricket ground and come back. Make sure that Devashish and you sort of go to Antigua, try out some interesting food, and enjoy the next couple of days also. So don't just go to the cricket ground. Yes, you will be there. I know there's a big game coming, and India. And by the way, Bangladesh media and Bangladesh fans are enormously intense people. Devashish can tell you that.
Yes, yes. So Barbados or Antigua, I think for the first look, I'll go with Barbados. Barbados, I think, had more color, more culture. Antigua is a nice place, of course, but not as colorful as Barbados. But obviously, we haven't reached the city yet. We'll be going today. We'll be entering the city, so I think there'll be a better understanding once Debashish Da and me reach the city. But for the first look at the moment, we'll go with Barbados. Yesterday as well, we'd gone out to get some groceries. We could not get a cab back, so it's been like it's one of those places where finding things is very difficult. And I found the people in Barbados also actually nice. So obviously that incident happened with Debashish Da where someone came back and obviously returned the phone, which was a great initiative. But overall, I feel the people in Barbados also seem much better. And
By the way,
it's
Ishan,
more colorful story.
Antigua, they are showing tremendous visuals of the beaches, saying the beaches are pristine. So you must ensure that Devashish takes you and you guys go to the beach and take a swim. Be careful about it, but definitely go. And Devashish will obviously put on his philosophical look and take some photographs, which will become cult on social media. That is 100% going to be the case. That photograph with that blue shirt, that Hawaiian shirt on, boy, it has so many likes and whatever. Devashish is anyway a cult. There's no question. So, okay, somebody asked, interview a week or Stimac, Ripon Chaudhary, we've done that. And in fact, asked the question about the contract also, Ripon Chaudhary. Watch that interview tomorrow at 12 noon. It is a one-on-one exclusive where I asked, how can you have a contract like this? How can you have a contract without a termination clause? So all the hard questions have been asked. I also asked, did he think that it will end in this bitter manner? He has answered every question. Watch that tomorrow at 12 noon. Mama will love in beach for sure. Dhruv Mitra, absolutely. After Igor Stimac, who will be next? Plenty of applications have come. I am told by the AIFF the sources that a lot of applications from Europe, some from Spain, some from England. A lot of coaches have expressed keenness because they want to have a share of the India job, because they think that if they do well in India, it can put them in a good stead globally also. So there's plenty of interest. 40 plus applications. 40 plus applications have come in. One needs to see if there are good applications, how many of them are good applications. Omoto Chaudhary, Chakraborty. Barbados is super expensive. Ishan, do you agree? Super expensive?
Barbados is expensive. Yes, he's absolutely right. It's much more expensive compared to where we are at the moment. Obviously cheaper than the United States, but it is expensive. You'll have to, if you want to find a good place to eat. The fine dining areas are extremely expensive. If you want to find something on the street, that's possibly more reasonable. But the cabs as well, when Devashish and me were traveling, were fairly expensive. And of course, even buying your groceries is fairly more expensive than where we are at the moment. Yes, so definitely he's right.
Okay, Murgir Khamar থেকে Morino, can't wait for the interview. Thank you very much. Watch the interview and definitely give us feedback and spread the interview, because your Facebook page, I am told by Rohan, is very popular. So the least you can do is post the interview on your Facebook page, Murgir Khamar থেকে Morino bolchi, and popularize our platform. So because we've lost our Twitter handle, our Facebook page got hacked. So plenty of trouble has happened. The least you guys can do is give us that kind of backing, because you all know how much effort we put into generating our content. Devashish, do you think the opening combination will be changed tomorrow? You answered that, but still take it.
I don't think so. I don't think so. There will be a change, because Rohit Sharma clearly stated in one of the press conference here that that's going to be a constant. Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli, that's going to be a constant, and it will be, and the rest of the batting order will be flexible depending on the conditions and the situations. So I don't see any change. So Yashasvi Jaiswal might have to wait for his turn. Perhaps he might not get a chance to play in the World Cup, but then for the Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli is all likely to open the batting.
Okay, there is a super chat from Quick Flix Hub. Thank you very much. Appreciate your support for the platform. Thank you very much. Akash Gupta, आप स्टीमैच के साइड क्यों ले रहे हो? वो अफगानिस्तान की टीम से भी हार गया. प्लीज एक्सप्लेन व्हाट्स द एजेंडा. यार, कोई आदमी अगर स्टीमैच से पूछ रहा है कि तुमको ऐसे कॉन्ट्रैक्ट कैसे मिल सकता है कि 2 साल तुम पैसा मांग रहे हो, 3 महीने में टर्मिनेशन क्लॉज क्यों नहीं है, वो क्या स्टीमैच के साइड ले रहा है? यार थोड़ा सा दिमाग इस्तेमाल किया करो, थोड़ा सा, ज्यादा नहीं, थोड़ा सा किया करो. कोई एजेंडा नहीं है. एजेंडा से कोई सवाल नहीं पूछा जाता है इस प्लेटफॉर्म में. स्टीमैच को सीधा सवाल पूछा जाता है, कल्याण चौबे को सीधा सवाल पूछा जाता है, ऑल इंडिया फुटबॉल फेडरेशन को भी सीधा सवाल पूछा जाता है. स्टीमैच ने कई एलिगेशंस आज लगाए हैं, उसका जो आंसर वो AIFF से हम मांगेंगे और आपके सामने ऐसे ही लेकर आएंगे. हमारा काम ये है आपके सामने सारे स्टोरीज लेकर आना. यहाँ कोई एजेंडा नहीं होता. स्टीमैच मेरा चाचा नहीं है, मामा है. मामा तो मेरा दोस्त है, स्टीमैच नहीं है. सो वो मान लीजिए, स्टीमैच चाचा मामा कुछ नहीं है हमारा. ठीक है. सो आई होप आई हैव आंसर्ड दैट क्वेश्चन. Why Jaddu not performing well in the World Cup, Ishan? Wait. Mama, big fan. Send me an autograph T-shirt. Start your merchandise. Mama, you have to answer that. This is a tough one. Oh boy. Well done, Shafiq. Well done. Mama, big fan. Send me an autograph T-shirt.
What can I say? What can I say after watching this comment?
Humble.
Exactly, humble. Fantastic.
He was speaking like Virat Kohli, humble.
Ishan, take that. The Jaddu, the comment on Jadeja.
Why Jadeja not performing well in the World Cup? I think maybe his expectations, maybe he's filled with tremendous expectations ever since he's come into this World Cup as well. We all know that he's someone who can win you the game with the bat, win you the game with the ball, can take a blind of a catch, and maybe it's just not started off well for him. But again, he's someone who has the experience. He's been playing a lot of T20 cricket. He's been a big part of the CSK team as well, and obviously he knows how to play under pressure and against big teams. So he's not again had the best start to the World Cup, but again, I think like the senior players are, we'll have to hope that they come good. But why is he not been able to probably perform at his best? I think that's just probably something that he might know, but it's maybe just because he's not been able to just get going in the way and in the manner that he would have liked to, and which he's done in the past so often.
By the way, let me also once again thank Quick Flix Hub for the super chat, because you always appreciate every little bit of support for the platform, because there's a lot of hard work that goes into generation of content. So Quick Clicks Hub, thank you very, very much for your support. Chacha has a dead cat on his cap, typical hunter look. Mama,
আরে আমি আমি ওনাকে একটা প্রশ্ন করতে চাই, উনি আপনার আপনার চ্যানেলের নাম কেন মুরগির খামার ছেড়ে মরিনো বলছি এইটা রেখেছেন? I have a question to him.
okay, apparently Shopnil has answered that when Mourinho was coach of Tottenham, that is when he had created this platform.
Okay.
So that's why Murgir Khamar থেকে Mourinho বলছি. Do you see Rohit in Champions Trophy if it is held 20 over format? Devashish, you want to take that?
No, I don't see that happening because, and the good news is that India plays at least 20 T20 internationals leading up to the Champions Trophy, which is now going to be a T20 tournament. So I don't see if India goes on to win the T20 World Cup, you never know. But if India does not, then I see no chance for Rohit Sharma. Then you can have someone, we can get in fresh blood. As we have been saying that in Zimbabwe tour, we might see quite a few youngsters getting in, and that is what you want. You want more young blood to get given a chance in this format.
अरुण झा, मामा वर्ल्ड कप साथ लेके ही आएगा. घी शक्कर भाई, तेरे मुंह में घी शक्कर. 13 साल से हम लोग वेट कर रहे हैं इस दिन के लिए. 100% लेके आएगा. मुर्गीर खमार, and I love chicken. Absolutely champion. You love chicken? Okay, let me go to Ishan on this one. Where did I see it? Igor saying some cricket people have managed to hindering Indian football development in this country. What's your say on that? KOE cricket people, and he also saying FSDL protecting them. Cricket people, I didn't really get that. I mean, cricket people have managed to hindering Indian football. No, cricket is doing its own bit. I absolutely don't think any cricket people has tried to hinder Indian football in any way. And then why is football getting hindered? Cricket will do its own bit. Football has to do its own bit. FSDL protecting them, I'm sorry. FSDL wants to run ISL, so no. I really think this is getting way, way bitter and too much out of control. As I said, I've asked Igor all the hard questions. Listen to the interview tomorrow. But I absolutely don't think Indian cricket has anything to do with what happened in Indian football. Follow Asterix clones DM for Copa America streaming link. That is Shopnil trying to make a fool of himself as usual. So no problem. Boriada, আমারও একটা signed book লাগবে তোমার লেখা, signed by Boriada and Ogni. Okay. You come, we will give you a book. No problem. Who's this? Shubroto Dash. I've taken that question already. Shubroto Dash, Amarto. Too many questions. I want to be next AIFF president. Devashish Bera, please support me. We don't wait for next 5 years for World Cup. Come on, you have to go and get the votes. Poland got the votes. He became president. You must go and get the votes. Then you will get. Let me leave Devashish and Ishan. They have to get ready for the practice. So 2 final questions, and I'll let them go and get into the Stimac press conference. We've cut parts for you to show you, and we can take that. Shagnik, Mama, I'm your super fan. Send me a flying kiss. Ah, lovely. Come on, Mama. Nah. Brilliant. The Rahul is saying super chat a flying kiss. Fantastic. Devashish, once again, Bangladesh, you are confident, right? Last question to you.
Yes, I'm totally confident. I'm not too bothered about what the Bangladesh journalists. They only fill the press boxes. They only fill the press boxes in numbers, and their team's performance does not reflect it. So I'm pretty confident that India will win against Bangladesh and make it 2 out of 2.
A lot of people saying Ishan and Devashish, great coverage. Absolutely, on behalf of everybody, Ishan and Devashish. Look, Ishan, look at the tan. Look at the tan. His father will come and tell me, what have you done to my kid? Devashish, what have you done to the kid? Look at him, boy. He's sort of,
And he wants to go to the beach.
But that we have to go after the World Cup.
Come on, man.
Oh, you promised me. Six pack abs and all of that for what? If he doesn't go to the beach, then where will he go? Like you and me, and go to bed at night?
Done. I'll take him to the Jolly Beach, which is the famous beach here in Antigua.
And nightclubs. You please make sure that he visits the nightclubs also.
Oh, okay.
Yes. But I think Dada also wants to go to the nightclubs more than me.
Of course. Both of you go.
What?
And Ishan, you must film Devashish.
No, I have to stop you. Did I ever say that I want to go to a nightclub?
Arey, bhai. দাদা কল্যাণ চৌবে কি সত্যি নিজের ব্যাপারে ভাবে? ভাই কল্যাণ চৌবে তো আমি কল্যাণ চৌবে না, এটা কি করে উত্তর দিই আমি জানি না। So Somnath Gondol, who will be next football coach? Wait, there are plenty of applications there. But let Ishan and Devashish go. Shagnik, once again, thank you for the super chat. Super fan, flying kiss, you got all of that. But folks, Devashish, can you please wrap up with the statement? What is the day plan? When is India practicing? Is there a press conference? Is there a Bangladesh practice session that you know? Give us a day plan for our viewers.
Yeah, obviously India will be training here at the Sir Vivian Ritter Stadium from 11, and there won't be any press conferences because the press conference has already been done. The pre-match press conference after the game in Barbados, so that will be embargoed. So that will it's an embargoed press conference. Obviously, Bangladesh won't be training because since they had a match yesterday against Australia, but the media advisory says that if you want to have any reviews or anything, you need to contact Bangladesh media manager, who I know very closely. You also know Rabi Dimam very well, so definitely we will approach Rabi Dimam if we can get something. But then we have a lot of plans as far as side stories is concerned. We at Rep Sports will definitely explore more. We will show you plenty of side stories here, and it's a place for cricket. Obviously, we will first go to the Antigua Recreation Ground, a ground which is famous for Brian Lara's 375 and 400. Obviously, and it's a ground which was tarnished because the match was called off after 10 balls against England in a test and way back. And ever since that Vivian Ritter Stadium was built in 2007, that ground no more hosts any test matches. So we'll go to the Antigua Recreation Ground and do a side story. Obviously, we have plans to go to Sir Vivian Richards' residence. I know these players, having been there a couple of times. I'll take Ishan because it's a place of pilgrimage. If you are a cricket journalist, when you go to Australia, when you go to when you go to Adelaide, you have to visit Holden Street. To Holden Street, it's for me, it's a place of pilgrimage. So if you are a cricket journalist, you need to visit these places because you don't get an opportunity to come often to Antigua. It is your chance, man. You are a youngster. It's your first trip. So definitely, I will take you to Sir William Richards' house, where he resided, where you grew up. Maybe if we have the opportunity to catch up with his brothers, Marvin, he's a great guy. So definitely that is another side story that we have lined up. And then that Jolly Beach, that is your bucket list. As Guriada said that I have to take you to the Jolly Beach, and you will love the blue waters. Jolly Beach, white sand, blue waters, and bikini clad ladies. What more you want?
No, last part is edited out.
Yeah.
Ishan, that is not
Edit
for
it
you.
out.
Ishan, that is edited
He
out.
did not want to say that, but I said it on behalf of him.
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, let these two fellows go. They've worked jolly hard. And the last 10 days of their tour, but the most important 10 days of the tour, India plays Bangladesh, then Australia, then of course the semi-final, and hopefully we will go the distance, fingers crossed. So some 10 fascinating and most important days coming up. England versus South Africa this evening. Another key game. India might face England in the semi-final in Guyana. Ishan and Devashish, all the very best to you.
Thank
Devashish,
you.
I'm glad you got your phone because that was something very critical. You were very tense. So get some rest, have some breakfast, and then get going with work. Thank you very much for joining me.
Thank you.
Thank you, Guriada.
Okay, Rohan, I think you've got the Igor Stimac press conference cut for the viewers. Can you please put back to back a couple of clips for our audience, and then I will come back and take a lot more questions on Igor Stimac.
People who were more worried about their own private interests instead of taking a proper care about the football house and its own national team. So I have seen what has been going on in the media in the last 6-7 days. Many questions were raised, but I would say the most important things I will mention now because when the new people took over the charge in football house, the clear message was sent to me at the very first day. And that message was that the coach will be renewed his contract if he qualifies with the team for the quarterfinal of the Asian Cup. That was a clear message and very significant one to me, that after the Asian Cup, I will not be anymore the coach of India, because to say something like that at that moment was making it clear that these people don't favorize my work, they don't appreciate what has been done there, and that they have their different opinion from what football should be or should look like in India. So I was not angry even at that point. I wanted to do my work on the pitch with as much possible support as I could get, and I was doing everything to do so. So when they decided to have extension on my contract for the first time, just until the end of the Asian Cup, the contract was signed. And you need to know that at that time, there was no changes in that contract apart from one, because there was no mutual trust between the parties there.
Clearly we put out the full press conference, or we are, I think, in Rev Sports. Is this the platform or Rev Sports Premium you're putting on? Okay, so watch the full press conference at 6 p.m. At 6 p.m. is what Rohan just informed me. Watch the full press conference in Rev Sports Premium. Follow @Rev Sports Global, our Twitter handle. Of course, you guys know by now that our Twitter handle got hacked and we've got a new handle. Please follow us because plenty of updates. We need your support. We will put out the entire press conference and we'll tweet out the link also. So you can go and watch the full press conference at Rev Sports Premium at 6 p.m. Let me take some more questions before I close. Quick one, AIFF going to pay what Igor asking? This will go end in court. Shubroto Dash. This will end in court. He's asking for 920,000 US dollars. 2 years of salary plus all the other issues. 920,000 US dollars is what he's asking for, which is 8+ crores. Does AIFF have that kind of money? How will they deal with it? Will it go to court? We asked him all those questions. That will it be his lawyer who now talks? Watch the interview tomorrow at 12 noon. অনমিত্র দাদা লোবেরা বা যে কোনো আইএসএল কোচকে ইন্ডিয়ান ফুটবলের কোচ করা হলে কিরম হবে? Let them apply. They need to apply first, and then clearly the All India Football Federation will have to take that call as to who's the best candidate for the job. From what I know, plenty of interest in the Indian coach's job so far. Tanmoy Shaha, Jamie McLaren deal. Rahul just told me that the deal is still very much on, and in July you should get the final update. Who allows any random people to get into interviews? One fellow played Afghanistan's match clip. No, this was a press conference set up by Stimac himself. I don't know how that fellow got hold of that Zoom link, but yeah, clearly he's got no credentials to do what he was doing and disturb every other media person who was part of the press conference. Sports fan, why did it took so long for Sumit Nagal to get a sponsor? Nobody helps. Hello, let's put this on record. Chamundeshwar Nath, V Chamundeshwar Nath in Hyderabad gave Sumit 10 lakh rupees last year when he was in need of money. So there have been benefactors who have come forward, and I know this. So thanks to Chamundeshwar Nath, and then of course Bank of Baroda and Gatorade and all of these companies. But people did come forward and help Sumit Nagal, and Nagal has done wonderfully well. Now ranked 71, fourth highest. Vijay Amritraj 18, Ramesh Krishnan 23, Somdev Devvarman 62, and of course 71 as far as Sumit Nagal is concerned. So that's the kind of all-time high Indian rankings. We put out the PC link. Can you tweet that link out, Rohan, and you put it out here also? Can we have Willie Sagnol as head coach of India? He took Georgia to Euros. He needs to apply. It's not as we go and get him. He needs to apply. Sambit Sharma, he needs to show interest in the job and apply. And then I'm sure AIFF will want to negotiate or start negotiating with him. But plenty of people have shown interest, is what I broke yesterday. And we will follow this story. Rahul, Rohan, Snehashish, Shopnil, myself, all of us will be on this story and get you all the updates. I think it's a 45-minute long show. So one badminton question, PBL coming back this year. Let's first focus on the Olympics. PBL can wait Amarto for the moment. Let's first see a Satwik Chirag medal. Let's see Laksha take out Victor Axelsen or one of those top players, Anders Antonsen. Let's see HS Pranoy fight the gastroesophageal reflux disease and come and do something fantastic, and so does PV Sindhu. And then let's think of PBL or any such franchise tournament. I'm even giving an opportunity to the recurve archers. India and recurve has not been the best love story, but it's great to see Deepika Kumari and the archers get that opportunity. I hope they make the most of this opportunity in Rio. Let's finish it. Enough of this particular show. We will be back with plenty more lives. Watch our Hindi platform, Rev Sports Hindi. Subscribe to this platform. That's the final time I'm saying. We did some analytics. Rahul was showing me 83% people who are watching haven't subscribed. That is not right. The least you can do is subscribe and ring the notification bell, please. So kindly subscribe, all of you. We will take all your questions. It's by journalists and for journalists, and we will be back. And subscribe to follow our Twitter handle @RevSportsGlobal. For the moment, that's all we have. Thank you very much for watching.